So, Paul Okoye and Peter Okoye's elder brother, Jude Okoye, addresses Peter Okoye's open letter to his twin brother, Paul Okoye, accusing him of so many things, and netizens blasting him for being the reason why these twins are always fighting and being apart, not together. Why there's no more psquare brand. Guys, listen to him.
My drinks without me being present, and they've gone. But I think the ones that came and left understood what was going on, but they were close friends, so I didn't have anything to bother. So it was still kept, hush hush, that period. So that was how I was detained, so to speak, the detaining. I spent the whole day from 9 o'clock in the morning till that midnight of that same day of my birthday. So I literally spent my birthday in the EFCC custody or detention or whatever you want to call it. So, and I came back, I was like, okay, seriously, what is the meaning of this? Somebody is sending a petition against me that I siphoned money. It's like saying, you are accusing me of having a bag of rice that belongs to 3 of us, but you have a dozen bags of rice that belongs to 3 of us in your possession. How are you accusing me of the one that I have? Okay, if that's your case, let's go and see how it's going to end. The EFCC people wanted to keep it hush-hush until it came out in the public domain that, psquare are now in the EFCC, they are having tussles and here and there. I had nothing to do with psquare. I just had a petition against me about royalties. Then all of a sudden, the royalty thing now shifted when he found out that all these allegations are not holding anything, because what he told them, that me being a bystander is not what was established. It was established that I was part and parcel of psquare on papers and everything. So he now went back to 2008, 2009, when we came to Lagos, the first account we ever opened, for me to explain every transaction that's ever happened in our account for over almost 19, 20 years. I can't even remember the money I spent last week. And someone is asking me to account for money spent 19 years ago, what it was for. Every money that has my name on it in the account must be explained. I was like, okay, no problem. Let me get it. Let me see what I can be able to do with that. I was able to, by his grace, have, if not all of them, most of the accounts that he was pointing at. Most especially, there's this tree that he was mentioning. I think that was how he was trying to get Paul involved in the whole thing. Saying that me and Paul were sharing monies without giving him his own share. He now pointed out where there was an account where Paul had $100,000 and there is none for him. Another place where Paul had $150,000, there was none for him, and one of whatever. Then I was like, okay, let me go and look at it and find out what, because it's been like, that was 2013 and 2014. I said, let me go and check it. That was over 10 years ago. 2-3 days later, I came back with my defense, and I was like, this $100,000 he's complaining about was exactly the same day he got engaged to his girlfriend, then girlfriend, now wife. He bought a Range Rover for her, same day, same time. Paul did not buy Range Rover for anybody. He said, Jude, put my own in my own account, and I did that. Why are you calling EFCC on me to come and explain what Paul is doing with $100,000 in his account when you use your own to buy a Range Rover to engage your wife? Same day. The second one of $150,000 was on the middle of January 2014. You told me you wanted to buy a Bentley. I gave you $200,000. Paul said, I'm not buying a Bentley. Put $150,000 in my account and send me $50,000 to go to America to catch fun with. And now you are asking me to come to EFCC to come and explain why Paul has $150,000 in his account and you don't have yours. Paul has $150,000 in an account, you had a Bentley. The thing was so annoying, so frustrating, that I am now the person that has to be explaining what your memorable times, periods are supposed to be for you. Am I supposed to be the one to remind you of when you engaged your wife with a Range Rover? That was when Paul had his money. The data is very clear there. Am I supposed to be the one to tell you that you bought a Bentley? You bought a Bentley, Paul did not buy a Bentley. That's why Paul had $150,000 in his account. Now, I am now heading the EFCC to come and be explaining that. That I'm giving Paul that amount, then I'll go behind and share it with Paul. Now, all those accusations now, when there was one again that he held very dear. Very little amount, 25,700. That's why he got Jason Njoku involved or something. That there's when money got into our account, 25,700 and something $1,000, that me and Paul within 4 hours or whatever came and split the money in half. Yeah, it was true. I saw it and I was wondering, why would 25,000 something get into our account and me and Paul will share the money into two immediately? Then I was like, okay, let me go and investigate. And I went back and I checked. And lo and behold, there's an email that Peter wrote to Iroko telling them that they should split the money into three and send him his own because psquare is having issues and he doesn't want the money to be put in our general account. Jason now wrote an email saying, okay, gentlemen, after discussing individually with the three of you, this is how the money is going to be shared. Jude plus Paul, $25,750. Peter, $12,850. Peter's money was sent to him directly. Jude plus Paul's money was now sent to Northside Entertainment account, which he now saw in the account and picked it out and said, this is the evidence that Peter, Jude, and Paul are sharing money behind his back. This thing happened in 2016. And EFCC is holding me, asking me, interrogating me on that to explain. What am I trying to say? Everything about this EFCC thing is just mind-boggling and crazy. Now let's go to the secret company. My people, the secret company is none other than Northside Music Entertainment. I signed Cynthia Morgan with Northside Music Entertainment. All Cynthia Morgan videos has Northside Inc. in it. How is it a secret company to Peter all of a sudden in 2024? No, I want to understand. How is Northside Music that has a CAC certificate registration since 2015? How is Northside Music that was registered, according to him, the address of the secret company was my wife's. That's how he had to get my wife involved. It has to do with my wife's people's or my wife's home address. Please look at the address here. You can see what the address says. It's 178 Lola Holloway, Omole. Both my address, both my signature and Ife's signature says the same thing. Can you see that? Look at it. So why would it say Umokeke Ifeoma Chidima 178 Lola Holloway, Jude Okoye Chidozie 178 Lola Holloway? This is the same Squareville. That's the address of Squareville where the three of us, Peter, Paul, and Jude, lives. Or rather, we were living then. That was the address that was used to open the secret company. Peter has to look for a way to make whatever that has to do with my account look fraudulent. I don't understand. CAC, every company registered in CAC is in public domain. This thing has been registered for 9 years. Cynthia Morgan was signed in October of 2013. Then I wasn't expecting to sign Cynthia Morgan. Like you people already know, the contract was prepared by Cynthia Morgan and her then manager, Joy. They came to my room suddenly begging, Jude, let's just do this. So I did not have any company that I run with. I'm only running with Northside Entertainment, which was psquare and me. I was like, okay, to make it a little formal then, I now used the letterhead of Northside Entertainment to print the first page of that agreement. But whatever write-up that is about the agreement is talking about Northside Music Inc. This was 2013. We're talking about 11 years ago. What is so secret about Northside Entertainment? Everybody in this entertainment circle knows about Northside Entertainment except Peter. He all of a sudden was shocked that he discovered a secret company called Northside Entertainment, Northside Music. So now my wife got entangled in it because obviously you cannot open a corporate account in Nigeria as a single entity in 2015. I don't know about now. So I had to get her inside as my second director, and that was how her name ended up in these documents. When I went to the EFCC, we had to go and sit with the EFCC, the three of us. And the man asked Peter, why are you bent on wanting to involve Jude's wife in this matter? We have investigated for 6 months. There is nowhere, there is no how, there is no means that we have found any connection that has to do with her. They just used her name as a second director in the company company registration. She's not in the banking. She doesn't have access to the account. She doesn't have any security. She's not security to the account. Why do you always want to have her involved? I've told you several times to leave her out of this. And Peter's answer was, he has to get her involved because if the table was turned the other way around, we're going to involve his wife. That he should go and see what I was talking about his wife on social media. Please, I want to ask you people, I have 1 million naira to send to anybody that can go on Google and find any time I posted a tweet or Instagram or Facebook or wherever, any defamatory whatever on Peter's wife. Please, the first person to send that thing to me on my DM will win 1 million naira. I don't understand. Sometimes I keep saying it from that 2016 that Peter needs help. Peter needs prayer. It looks as if I'm making a jerk of him, but that is the fact. There is nothing I have not done to a point that I have left psquare for you for 8 years. I am not managing you. I am not directing for you. I'm not giving you any opinion. There is nothing. You are going your way. I'm going my way. I wish you guys well. When you guys came back in 2021, you called me. There's a video out. Manager. I told you, oh, no. Let's enjoy the euphoria for a day or two. We need to come together and find out when this is over what happened 4-5 years ago. He said, why do I need? I said, no. You cannot pause a brand like psquare for 4-5 years. I just say, no, nothing that happened. We don't come together. I said, no. If it's me that is faulty, tell me what I am doing wrong. Whoever that is, everybody should just come and vent and call. Apart from psquare, that brotherhood should come together. So not just say, no, it's okay. They said, okay, we agreed. After a week, I noticed that nobody was calling me for the meeting. I decided to call for the meeting myself. I said, okay, let everybody come together. Can we have this meeting? First thing that Peter came out from it, that Peter brought it out from his mouth was, I beg, we don't need them, I beg. Me and Paul don't say, let bygone be bygone. That was his word. Me and Paul don't say, let bygone be bygone. I was like, was it just Paul that was involved in this thing? Why can't we sit down? Even if it means bringing the wives too, let all of us as families sit down and fashion this thing out. Something strange happened that made this brand to go incommunicado for 5-6 years. No, 4.5, 5 years. It needs to be explained. If not, it's going to happen again. And Paul was like, no, Jude, if you said let bygone be bygone, let's look for how to just, I let it go. I don't want to push it further because everybody was still enjoying the euphoria of their back. I just let it go. Then we started talking about how to start the new managing of psquare, the new ideas, and how to bring the brand back. I was trying to open an account that will have the three of us alert a new account because the old one was been dormant for long. Only for my phone to ring, Paul called me. I said, where was I? I said, I'm in my parlor, I'm signing. He said, no, leave that way, they try open. Just come for my house. I said, okay, what's the problem? He said, just come. I said, okay, give me 2 minutes, let me finish filling this form. He said, dude, that's the way they feel. If you don't need them, just they come. I was like, I don't understand. Can't you give me 2 minutes? Now Peter now picked the phone and said, Jude, that's the way they feel. No need, you know, be saying you don't go feel them, you don't need them, just they come. The thing is, the paper is still here with me. I just told the guy that, you know what, when I finish filling the form, I'll call you to come and collect it. I have an urgent meeting to attend to. I went to Paul's house. Peter was seated, Paul was seated. I sat down. Then Peter was like, they have had a meeting yesterday and decided that they are not going to need me for the P-square moving forward. I was like, why? Said because that is the condition he gave Paul if they are going to come back as P-square, that Jude is not going to get involved. And for you people that are saying that Paul is always siding Jude, Paul sided with Peter and got me kicked out of P-square. This thing happened early December 2021. Early December 20, I can't remember the date exactly. Does that one look like somebody that is siding with Jude? Does Paul look like somebody that is siding with Jude? But that's just by the way. So, I said, okay, no problem. Paul, you have done Root Boy for almost 5 years now. I gave you all the support. I gave you all the assistance that you needed. I even edited all your videos, if not all, most of your videos, for free. Did you ever pay me? No. Have you ever played any show that you got as Root Boy and you paid me anything? He said no. I gave you all the assistance. He said for that 5 years, even though nobody knew what I was doing for a living. He said it. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to extend the same gesture to P-square right now. You guys can take your decisions. You don't want me to have anything to do with P-square. Take your decisions yourself, run your things. But if you need any help, I'm always available. Let's do that way. I left them. No hard feelings. P-square or no P-square, we still have to keep the brotherhood. And when I went to Abuja, a week later, at the poolside of the hotel that we were staying, were like 5 of us that came from Lagos. Then some few Gbogbolaga people, Abuja people that they have known from school days and everything. They were like 14, 15 of them, including us. I was just sitting drinking with Paul and some other people. Then Peter walked up to me and was like, he wants to seek my opinion. If we go invite Mehdi for the show where they want to do by that December, their only first show in December, what is my opinion? I said, invite Mehdi. I said, no. Why do you want to invite Mehdi? He said, because people go feel that the people know that P-square and Mehdi know they're in good times, but if they bring them as a surprise, it go wow the fans. I say yes. I don't say go wow the fans, a normal thing. But has Mehdi reached out to you? Has he apologized? Has he made up with you after all the things he said about you on social media? I was like, no. If Mehdi don't make up with him, I said, okay, if Mehdi has made up with you, has he made up with Paul? Has he made up with me? Peter exploded. What they concern me? Why does he give a fuck if Mehdi makes up with me? All he does is do so Paul, don't worry. Go enter Lagos. I go invite Mehdi, come, make him come apologize to you. Once apologize, that's all. Fuck off, we don't need you. I was like, what have I said now that is wrong? What have I said now that is sparking this rage? You asked me a question, an opinion, and I gave it. Why am I getting backlash now? As in, what is the meaning of this? I stood up, Shehu, Paul's manager, and 20 stopped me. I was like, Jude, no. I said, no, I'm not angry. I just want to go and cool off. I can't stay here. He was screaming that I should be grateful that it is because of him and Paul coming together that I am here. I didn't understand what that statement meant. I should be grateful that because they came together as P-square again, I now found myself in Abuja. As in, I cannot come to Abuja. I've never been to Abuja. I don't understand what that statement meant. That was what I heard, last thing I heard when I was leaving, and I left. I went to my room, I slept. I woke up the next day, I told myself, even the assistance that I was trying to render or give to them for free, I think I should just withdraw it and just move my team. I should not be interested in anything P-square. And that was how it has been. Anytime that they release any video, the way people are seeing the video or the new song on telly is the same way me I'm saying it. I never got involved in anything P-square. Ever. Until EFCC invited me. 2.5 years later. Now everybody keeps saying, Jude, go and settle your brothers. You are the elder one, you're the elder one. Yes, I am the elder one, but I am not the first son. We have 2 elder ones. I have 2 elder brothers. I keep saying this, but that doesn't excuse the fact that I am their elder brother. But please, somebody that doesn't regard you, respect you as an elder one, how do you tell that person? How do you put that person in order, so to speak? How no, I want you two people to help me. What do you think I'm not doing right? Go and say to your brothers, if a referee becomes a target of two boxers that you're supposed to referee on, how does this settle the fight? I became a target from the day, what is that? Oh, don't worry, it's not necessary. Don't worry, I don't know how to. So, hold on, please. So, where was I? Where was I? I forget what I was even saying. Okay. So, basically, what I'm trying to say, in essence, is that I've not had anything to do with psquare for the past 8 years. I don't know what people are expecting of me. I decided to move on with my life. These people are not babies. These people are 45 years old this year. These people are going to be 45 this November. They are not babies. These people they have children that are teenagers, for crying out loud. If they are in America, they will be grandfathers now. Why is it that Peter always finds a way to put blames on me when anything goes wrong with him? Because he has already had that impression that, oh, the people always call Jude the elder one, go and settle your brothers, go and put your family in order. What do you mean, go and put your family in order? My family is in order. Let them put their family in order. If they are doing business together, let them put it in order. I have tried to the point that I sacrificed myself. I mentioned this thing when I was doing with Tundead Nuts. I have practically done everything possible. What is expected of me now? No, you two tell me, what do you want me to do? He had to look for a way to go and twist the EFCC situation to make it look fraudulent. The address he was talking about, if my wife having her people's address, was the address of the account opener. The accountant that opened the account address, he went and paid what account opener. Oh, they opened an account with their address and now came out and said the Ajayi Coca Street or whatever in Yaba is my wife's home address. My wife has never lived on the island. She came from Warri to Jakonde. From Jakonde, me I met, and the rest is history. How did you see an address and just concluded that it's my wife's home address? If not that you are looking for a way to just put that thing out there, that these people are fraudulent. Nosa Entertainment has been existing for 11 years. It became a shocker for you, seeing it after 11 years. So Mr. Morgan was signed on Nosa Entertainment since 11 years. It's like me coming out to say P Classic is a shocker for me. Oh, I'm just seeing it. It's a secret company. Or me coming out to say Root Boy Record is a surprise. It's a secret company because I don't have any affiliation to do with it. Your P Classic, it doesn't have any affiliation with me. Everybody has their own separate company that they run aside P Square. I also have mine. So what is the problem? I wanted to keep silent and wait for the EFCC case to finish. But I was like, if the EFCC case finishes and you come and make a comment, it look as if, oh, because you don't free yourself or because the thing don't end, I don't get my. I say, no, I think it's time to come and say something. I think I need to come and put this thing right. So, I thought that the other was okay. What is this APC man that mentioned? I saw it online that talked about us if we have elders in our family. if we have people in our family, the elders, the engees and core family members. I'm not going to lie to you. Paul kind of attacked him, but I beg to differ. For the man was right. Yes, we have elders, we have family members, we have engees, we have elderly people, so to speak. But the question is, how come none of them don't make any input? They have. Our engees of our village have. Prominent members have. Our cousins and aunties, our aunties, all of them, uncles, all of them have. Peter doesn't listen to anybody. See, I'm not trying to put Peter down. I'm not trying to make him look bad. I'm not trying to say I'm a saint. I'm just trying to say there is nothing humanly possible that people, not just me now, people have not done. Emekofo, Letifa Yuba, Dantata, name them, prominent men, governors, ministers, everybody. Once they hear from him, they hear from me, they hear from Peter, and they're making a final submission, and the submission is not going towards Peter's favor, it will explode and walk out. Steady, steady, steady. They got tired and they forgot about it. I also got tired and I forgot about it and moved on. Why am I still always involved? I don't understand. 8 years, for 8 good years, I have not had anything to do with psquare. For 8 years. I have survived outside psquare for 8 years. Now, that is the biggest problem. Peter went to EFCC after they had issues with. Okay, let me talk about the issues before he went to EFCC. Last November ending to December, I was sitting at Paul's poolside watching TV. I'm not going to tell you what I was told. I will tell you what I saw, and I started hearing screaming from the other side. The guy that was sitting next to me, I was like, as Paul's boy, I said, what's going on? He said, Paul is the other side. I said, what is he doing there? He said, I think they're having a meeting. Then the voice became so loud and so loud. The noise was now approaching towards my back because I was facing the TV and there was a door behind me. Next thing, as I was just turning back like that, I started hearing, where are our children there? Where are our children there? You loser! Where are our children there? Next thing, Paul barged into the gate violently. Peter came forcefully behind him, and I just turned. I made eye contact with Peter. He now turned back and went back into his compound. Then Peter's manager, now held Paul, went to her knees. Paul, please, Paul, Rudy, Paul, please, you never heard it. Paul, you never heard it, you never heard it. I was just surprised. I was just looking at them. Then she walked back in. Paul went inside, cleaned himself up, and now came back. I was like waiting for him. Guy, what did I just witness now? What happened? What was going on? That they were having issues, and he thought that the only way that the issues is to have a permanent solution to the issues. If Peter is complaining that he doesn't get his ideas contribution in the psquare brand, that what they are going to do now is that if they are going to be doing everything 50-50, like for instance now they said they wanted to have an album or whatever, somebody wants to get their album for 10 tracks, he said, okay, you will bring half of the album, I'll bring half of the album. You'll be in charge of your 5 songs, I'll be in charge of my 5 songs. You promote your 5 songs, I'll promote my 5 songs. If you want to shoot the video, you have an idea of the video, instead of conflicting with mine, shoot it with in your own 5 songs, I'll shoot mine in my own 5 songs. But to have that union of psquare, I'll have my songs come to you and say, okay, Peter, come and feature in 2, 3, 4, or 5 of my tracks. Do the same thing. Let's have that union, so that we can be able to protect that psquare sound that texture that people already fell in love with, so can still maintain it. That Peter rejected that idea. That was what brought the argument. I was like, that's a good idea, by the way, because this idea now will mean that there will be no more conflict. If I'm disrespecting you in the studios, this time around, we don't need to be in the studio together. If I'm disrespecting your ideas of a song, this time around, put the ideas in your own song. If I'm disrespecting your ideas to shoot, how we're going to shoot a video, who to feature in a song, and I decided to say, oh, let's go and feature Usher. He said, no, you want to feature whoever. Go on, whoever you want, use your money, bring the person, feature the person. At the end of the day, that your first song, register it, copyright it as your own. I'll do likewise to my own. If the song when na my own na him blow, or your own na him blow, whichever one will blow, when they call us for psquare, we'll climb page together, go perform finish, we'll go collect our money, we'll split am 50-50. But when it comes to royalties, streaming, whatever, the one where they come for your name of your own song, may it go to you. The one they come to my own, make it come to me. That was exactly what he proposed. And Peter wasn't in agreement with that. That was what caused their fight. I was like, okay, he doesn't agree with that. Let him tell you. That was my advice to Paul. Let him tell you how he wants it to be. Then you guys can like come towards the middle. Paul was like, no way. That he cannot stand anymore when a song that he does alone, sang alone, him and Peter will can't get problem. Peter will try that same song where they perform as a solo artist. That Peter did the same thing in Bankalat, and I agree with him because I was there. Bankalat was Paul's first Rude Boy solo song debut, so to speak. He spoke to Clarence and shot some part of the video before Peter came back in 2016. So by then, Clarence was like, P-Square was better. P-Square is better. P-Square is better. You know what? I don't mind. I'll shoot this video continuously without adding any money for you guys. I would do the other one. I go wait for and settle finish more and I can't do the video. And that's how Peter got involved in the video. So a year or so down the line, they had issues again. That same period, Peter went on stage as a solo act and was performing the song while Paul was seated at home with me. So he was like, he felt bad about that, the only solution for that not to happen again, if I register my own song, register your own songs, but it's called P-Square together, when you go solo, you go respect my boundary, carry your own song, go they perform, make I carry my own, they go perform. When I go down super finish, do song finish, we carry and call am P-Square, you break P-Square again, carry and go they perform. I was like, that's a good idea, but still, ask him to give you a suggestion of what he wants. That was the last I heard from them until EFCC invited us. So I'm trying to make people give people that background that I did not have any contribution for P-Square. I did not have any communication for P-Square. I did not have any interaction with P-Square. I did not have anything to do with P-Square whatsoever for 8 years. But guess what? Anytime they have issues, I will be the forefront person that they will put in front. Okay, some of you are saying, why are you always siding one person? Why are you always siding one person? I just give you an instance now that Paul sided with Peter to get me kicked out of P-Square, ending of 2021. I have something I'm going to post later for you people to see on Monday. I have a lot of things I'm going to post, but I can't be able to do it. I wanted to be doing it here, but for the time being, to not to waste people's time or boy people's time, I can't be able to do it now. I'll post everything on Monday. They had to go and do to whom it may consign whatever, and send it to people that are sharing our royalties to undermine my authority and remove me from catalog. Meaning, okay, you have removed me from P-Square, now you want to remove the only legacy I have to show that I was once a part of P-Square. Paul signed it, Peter signed it, the two manager MM and Shehu signed it. I have it with. I'm trying to make you understand that. Why are you people always saying I'm siding with Paul? Paul is siding with me? No. That is the game that Peter knows that you people are always falling into. So he will keep doing it as far as he just come and say, you are making Paul a weak person. You are siding with Paul. Okay, what does it mean by you are siding with Paul is always siding with Jude, knowing fully well that Jude wants to oppress me? For crying out loud. How me could take oppress Peter? If they put Peter here now, put me here now. Babe, go follow me, leave Peter. No, let's be realistic. I no be superstar. I no be artist. I no dey for poster. I don't get followership for social media. What is that thing that will make that I will ever use to oppress Peter in this life? That Peter will come and say, Paul is siding with me, knowing fully well that me want to oppress him, Peter. How? Peter, I don't drive Bentley. I never drive Bentley for my life. You carry Range Rover and engage your girlfriend. I don't even, that GLE of 2012, my wife still drives till today. How I take oppress you? No. How? There has to be a way to bring Paul, connect her with Jude, and everything will fall into places. It has been like that for the past 10 years. It hasn't changed. They say a man does what works. Once something works, a man is tend to repeat it again. That has always been the pattern till date. Even after 8 years of having nothing to do with psquare, that pattern is still working. Because there's that emotional sentiment. Go and settle with your brothers. Why are you only siding one person? Go and settle with your brothers. 45-year-old men. They all have gray hair now. And they dye my hair. They wait for their turn to dye their hair. What am I supposed to do to have my peace? Jude, leave psquare alone. Leave psquare. Stop managing them. Stop managing them. I've left them for 8 years now. Now it's go and settle them. Go and settle them. They don't want to go and settle them. Go and settle them. If I enter settle them, they will carry the whole problem. Put for my head. They told me, don't ever put your opinion. Don't ever contribute to this thing. We don't want to have anything to do with you with psquare. I have left them. Tell me, what else am I supposed to do to find my peace? Even if I come up from here now, go to live for Iceland, Peter go still talk say Paul dey side with me, so that the backlash will come again. Okay, now let's go. The issue of I think I finished the issue of EFCC. So the EFCC investigation is still on. So I was able to get my petition in place against psquare, because that's the only way I can defend myself. If they were all busy focused on my account to see what Peter alleged I was having as psquare royalty, I couldn't get them to focus on their account to see the evidence that what I am having, they are also having their own share. So I have to go and put in a petition so that they can now have authorization from me officially to look into their accounts, so that they can bring everything that has to do with psquare process. They go put them for the table. They go see what everybody gets in, what they get by their accounts. So basically, that is what my petition was all about, and that is, I believe, what the investigation is on. I'm not. The EFCC are doing a very good job. They are very thorough, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. If you are in trouble, if you do anything illegal, and EFCC put their touchlight on you, no go feel, don't go anywhere. Those people are very, very thorough. Then they tell me where I changed money 16, 17 years ago. I don't remember. I don't even know people I even send the money to. So now, what is giving me a heartache mostly about this EFCC stuff was Peter never, not once, came to me and say, brother, please, I'm having some issues with this money thing. I saw this money going to your account, or I saw this thing. How did he see the money going to my account? He never came to me. In December, end of December, I remember the picture I took with my son that I posted. End of December to early January, I saw him. He walked into my compound when I was going out with my son. When I was going to the compound to play with my son, he was like, hey, how are you? Uncle Papa is here. He played with my son and everything. And he asked me for a hand tool that I had. I told my boy to get it for him, and he now left. Only for me to, 2 months later, to be invited by the EFCC. And when I saw the petition, my heart skipped a bit. I was like, oh my God. This guy came to my compound to come and play with my son, knowing fully well he just wrote and submitted a petition against me. I couldn't put that together. I almost lost my mind. Wait, you were just playing with my son 2 months ago, and looking at your petition and the date, it was very obvious you have already submitted a petition against me, and you came and put up a face. You smiled with me and you played with my son and you borrowed my tool from me and left. I can't get that out of my mind. It's hard. It's so hard. I can't. It's hard. Not that I don't want to. I've tried so much to see if I can forget that. It's just not leaving my head. You said I was taking money that I am entitled to. You get your royalty when it's due, you share it into 3. Paul gets his own, he shares into 3. I get my own, I share into 3. Psquare had issues, you stop sharing. I told Paul, stop sharing too. Let everybody keep what they get. And it has been like that for over 4.5 years. Psquare came back together. I did the noble thing. I brought it back to the fold again. Everybody continued sharing again. But till date, 2.5 years later, after they came back, Paul is still not sharing, Peter is still not sharing. They get it, they keep it to themselves. I said, no problem, let me move on with my life. I see